So this afternoon I'm going to be playing in my art journal. This is a page that I painted with some leftover paint ages ago and I just left it. It's just acrylic and acrylic paint and some black pen. Some few sparkles and speckles in there. And I've painted it over with Mod Podge. Mod Podge seals it and gives it, you can do more with it if you cover the top in Mod Podge. These are little paper stickers that I had made on my crack cut machine, but the offset wasn't right on some of them. So I've decided to use them for something else. So we're going to roughly cut them out. If the offset was the white border, if it was even the whole way around, I think I'd leave it, but they're a bit wonky to say the least. So cut all this bit off. I don't know, can you see this? So I'm just taking the white border roughly off of these things. This is not good, is it? So take this off. I'll put that down there. And what else? We've got a rocket. You don't really need that to be a circle, but we'll just take the edge off. It's so not a circle anymore. And we've got a cloud, a couple of clouds. This is an extremely relaxing thing to do. Cut things out and make an art journal page with no particular aim in mind. I'm just going to stick these things on and go around them and see what we end up with. I find that very relaxing. He has no legs, but that's okay. We'll put something else in front of him to make some legs. Mod Podge works as a glue and a sealant, as I said, and you'll see why we need to seal it. Stick this on here. Stick these in randomly around the place. When you put the sealant over it, it means that you can then go in with gelatos or paint or something, and the original image will be saved. You can move things over it, it creates like a layer. I'm not explaining that very well, but I will show you as soon as this is dry. We'll put some sea down here, so we'll put the boat down here. And we'll put this hot air balloon floating through the sky. So these pictures all come from my painting. It's called Imagination, and it's called Imagination because it has an Albert Einstein quote on it, and Einstein said, "Logic will take you from A to B, but imagination will take you everywhere," which I think is rather nice. Okay, Mod Podge is dried. So now we're going to use these are called gelatos, a couple of different kinds here, Faber-Castell gelatos, and I also have some Tim Holtz distress crayons, but they're kind of more muted colours, so I don't think I use those today. This is my combination of these little things. We definitely use the yellow. So I like to use any colours that I've put into my painting, I like to use in the background as well. So because we put, I'll show you here. Can you see this? I'm sure you can. This side I didn't put Mod Podge onto. So if I do that, it kind of smudges a little bit. But this side I did put Mod Podge onto, which means you can really, really, really move it around. If you put it on and you think you put too much on, you can take it off with a baby wipe. See, now you can just smudge it out with your fingers. But because it's here in this picture and because you have that lime green, it just brings the colours through. So what else do we have? We've got the dark blue, which we can just use to make extra shadings and things here. So you can just shade the edge of the little shapes and characters. With that, the other thing you can do with these is, if you get a wet paintbrush, you can take the colour and you can brush it on. So you can use it like a paint. So you can shade out your edges. See? They're very, very useful. They're great fun to play with. I've got some white paint here, just white acrylic paint, which again you can spread, because you have the Mod Podge down, will spread nicely. So it just, every time you put paint or a shape, paint or gelato or pencil or anything on your painting, it's creating a new layer and just makes the whole thing, when you look at it, you just see more and more layers. And it's good to get your fingers messy occasionally. If that's not everybody's thing. Not everybody likes to get their fingers messy. As you can see, I don't have much objection to it. Okay. These are Staedtler pigment liners. I've got a 0.3 and a 0.5. Not everything will write over acrylic paint or the Mod Podge, but these seem to do quite a good job. And all I'm going to do with these is sit and doodle. So we've got some straight lines, some dashes, some dots, little squiggly lines. I'll put a squiggly line across here. Some dots and dashes around the edge here, like it's sewn on. You can just lose yourself in these little paintings. This is a 0.5, this will be a little thicker. So I'll put some dashes down here. Just to kind of frame out the painting. Painting's rather a grand word for it, isn't it, really? So we'll go around here. And some clouds. If you're listening to music when you do these, you can really, really lose yourself for a good long time. Or if you're watching a film that's just on in the background, or listening to an audiobook, it's always a nice way to spend an afternoon. So what else do we do here? Some more little dotted lines on this. Might put outline these smudges. Put some red in here.